Welcome back everyone to my EA Sports Madden backlog series. Before I go any further, please click the like button for this video. Also make sure to click the subscription icon and notification bell so that you can stay informed of when a new video has been posted. Now, let's get started. First of all, I hope everyone has or is having an enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday. Madden Drama Cheat Mode Video Part 2. If you have not seen Drama Cheat Mode Video Part 1, the link is in the description below. Please take time out to see it so that you will understand the challenge. It has the rules and restrictions involved in the challenge. This video is here to cover pretty much just the patterns. And I'm only going to cover 3 of them here in this video. Please keep in mind when I describe these, I've been doing this since Madden 15, Madden 15, Madden 16. So if you get the idea that some of what I'm saying is because of a new feature, it's not. It has nothing to do with the momentum features that they have added. It has nothing to do with the game planning that you do at the beginning of the game and beginning of the second half. This has been going on long before those things came in. This has nothing to do with the zone drops. They weren't around. I'll say this, they weren't around at least for us to use. That's a hint for you right there. But anyway, the first game that you're going to play is going to be pretty much an open game. There's no scripting other than to make sure the game is not ridiculous. Now, again, because you're playing a more restrictive gameplay, your scores will pretty much be realistic anyway, because you're not using exploits such as hot routes, manual motions, and manually positioning of players and stuff like that the game can't handle. That's the reason why those rules exist. You don't see those scripts as vividly as you do when you're not using those exploits. But that game you should win, 35, 42, I think 51-0, 51-10. And, running backs will have maybe 30 yards at max that your opponent running back. Quarterbacks, I've had it as low as 75 yards, and that was against Tampa Bay and Tom Brady. So that gives you an idea. There's no scripting or anything involved in that game. I'm just, having my way. Then the one that comes in that should be easy to spot would be field goal mode. And I say easy to spot, and maybe I shouldn't say that because I'm used to it. I know how to identify it, but you will see this over time where at the end of the half, you have 3 points. After scoring 50-some points, you only have 3 points, or you only have 6 points, or sometimes you're able to get that touchdown in, but then it'll restrict you from there. And so you only have 7. Now, again, when you play it and you see the pattern of how it stops you, 4th and inches comes to mind. These things will happen inside the 40-yard line. Drop passes with a guy wide open, overthrows, or throw beyond the receiver's reach, no pressure. And if you try to say, well, I don't want to score a field goal, I want to score a touchdown, be careful, because you may end up with a turnover. Batted ball that turns into a volleyball interception. That's what I always call it. Or you have that player that zips in to that path of the pass, even though he's a slower defender like a linebacker. 80-some speed, lower 80s, covering your wide receiver in 90s speed. You also get those sacks from 69 speed defensive tackles. As soon as they come off their block, all of a sudden they're like 90 speed and they jump in and sack your quarterback. Take those field goals. After about 2 or 3 quarters, you're not as restricted. The reason being, drama. That's why I call the game drama cheat mode. The whole idea is to add drama to the end of your games. That's what it's all about. It cheats to add drama to your games. It's fake drama. It's not authentic. The next mode is overtime mode. Overtime mode adds even more drama because you're more than likely going to be playing from behind. You're going to have a hard time running the ball or throwing the ball. The console, it will just seem like it can do what it wants to. Run the ball and throw the ball well. And like I said again, this has been going on since Madden 15, 16, so this has nothing to do with its own drops or game planning and all that stuff like that. This was all before that. So that excuse doesn't fly. But you'll find that at the end of the game, you're going to have that drive where you'll have to score that touchdown to win, or you'll have to score that touchdown to tie the ball game. And when you score that touchdown, you're going to be down by 7 points. You tie the ball game up. You don't kick. You don't try for the 2-point conversion to win the game. Again, the purpose is to be able to see these scripts play out. And you will see them play out. But if you go for that 2-point conversion, then you say, oh, well, no, I didn't see that. Well, no, because you went for the 2-point conversion. Go for the field goal. Maybe at some other time when you've done the whole challenge, then, you can go back to that or whatever. But for now, just for the challenge, stick with the field goal. And the same goes for the overtime as well. You're going to see the overtime is going to be drama. But you'll also notice in that overtime mode that there are big plays. That kind of lets you know where you are. You might notice this early on. That 75-yard run that running back got. The one that you kept to 30-some yards the entire game now is ripping off big runs. He's bouncing off of tackles, breaking tackles. You might have a better running back, and you know what? Your running back is going to be getting knocked down to the ground. The receivers are getting open, tight ends, wide receivers, and you'll be saying to yourself, what in the world's going on? It's a script. And you'll find yourself playing from behind. So if you get the ball in the second half and the console is up, good chances are you're playing that overtime game. Especially if it's up by 2 scores. Don't be concerned about winning and losing. Your objective is to look for the scripts. That's the whole idea. So you can see the patterns. So that you will see the game is actually scripted offline. And it's important to know because All of this idea about AI is fake. Again, they can't even code some of the simple stuff like copying a playbook. You copy a playbook from a team. You go in practice mode and go into a 3-wide receiver set and scroll through the audibles, and Hail Mary will pop up. Go back to that original team that you copied from, load them up in practice mode, do the same thing, and you will not see Hail Mary. But that's supposed to be a copy. My definition of a copy would have been the exact same thing. So this is that copy with the bug in it. Basically, you go to the copy machine, you copy in something else, that you got this fly that's sitting in, or insect or whatever that's been inside the copier, and when that light goes off and makes a copy, boom, the bug's in it. That's basically what happens. But that goes back to an old issue that they still have not fixed. That's why I call this the backlog series, because they have not fixed a lot of what would be called production backlog issues, as well as sprint backlog issues. But I'm going to leave it there. I've got some other videos that I've got to post. I've got plenty of them, so I don't want to make this too long. And the rest of the videos you're going to see are going to pretty much be gameplay. Let me know what you come up with that challenge, though. Let me know if you're seeing it. Let me know if you're not seeing it. If your games are not turning out anything like that, I'd be willing to sit in on a few of them to see why not. Because, again, those rules will make a difference. Oh, and one other little tip before I go. Make sure the game does not select your defensive back, because you're going to be playing as a defensive lineman just as a highlighted player until maybe the ball is thrown or the ball is handed off, and then you can control whoever you want to control. But when that ball initially is hiked, you want to be a defensive lineman. If you are a defensive back, the game will burn you, because the defensive backs do not carry out their assignment when you highlight them. They'll just stand right there. Cover 3. Oh, man to man. He'll be sitting right there at the line of scrimmage. And you'll know, because all of a sudden it'll be a quick throw downfield and you're looking at a wide receiver wide open, running free. Defensive line carries out its commands. For some reason, they've made it where the linebacker and defensive backs do not carry out their assignment until you actually use a joystick to take control of them. But that's just a tip I want to give you until I post some more videos. Enjoy the holidays. Have a nice night.